We get the latest updates from the main press center in downtown Seoul. That's where President Moon ended his historic trip to North Korea with a surprise briefing for the South Korean people. Our Blue House correspondent Hwang Hojun was at the press center then, and he joins us now. Hojun, the summit is now over. The world is digesting all of what they've seen over the past few days and what they heard this evening from President Moon. Tell us what he said.
Well, Devin, just about an hour after President Moon landed at Seoul Air Base, he actually stopped by, as you said, he stopped by the Seoul Media Press Center set here at the Dongdaemun Design Plaza. And he actually stood on the podium that you see right behind me, and he basically briefed not just the press but the entire South Korean people on the results of his 3-day visit to Pyongyang for the summit with his North Korean counterpart. He said he sees his 3 days visit to Pyongyang as a significant advancement of trust between the two Koreas. He first thanked the North Korean leader and the citizens of Pyongyang for their heartfelt hospitality and said he held deep and sincere conversations with Kim Jong-un on topics including denuclearization and the Pyongyang-Washington relationship. President Moon vouched for Kim Jong-un's determination to denuclearize, to accomplish that as soon as possible, and focus on his country's economic development. He underscored some of the main points of the Pyongyang Declaration, namely North Korea expressing its willingness to take additional measures such as the permanent dismantlement of the nuclear facilities in Yongbyon as the U.S. takes, quote, corresponding measures. Devin, when President Moon was asked about what exactly the corresponding measures mean, he said while there were oral agreements made between the two leaders, it would be appropriate to disclose them to the press at this moment, and that the, quote, corresponding measures are something that must be discussed between North Korea and the U.S., which is why he said the Pyongyang Declaration did not include those steps in detail. So we will have to wait and see what kind of message President Moon will relay to his U.S. counterpart next week on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly.
All right, got it, Hojun. President Moon's briefing, though, at the press center was not on the schedule until really the last minute, so that must have caused a commotion there.
That's right. As you can see, the buzz has died down right now since many of the reporters actually returned home after filing their reports on President Moon's visit to Pyongyang, as well as his briefing here at the Design Plaza, this Seoul Media Press Center. Now, just to refresh your memory, this is the first time that the president has come to the press center to address reporters after a summit. For the first one in April, he did not stop by the press center at Kintex, and for the second one, when he met with Kim Jong-un behind closed doors, he did brief the public, but only a day after the fact. Now, it's also not common for the president to take unscripted questions either, which is why the venue packed with more than 2,700 reporters, not just from Korea, but also from 29 other countries. They were all eagerly waving their hands, raising their hands to ask questions in person, including myself. The decision to hold an unscripted Q&A session basically proves that President Moon was very confident and he was satisfied with the results of his 3-day summit in Pyongyang. Devin?